Hey, so this week, the following tutorials are going to go over creating your historically inspired poster, which is either from looking at the Bauhaus examples or the constructivist Russian avant-garde posters. So after you've done some research and found something that you're kind of keen on, there's a written response to um, what you're looking at. But the product that you're going to create this week is a poster. So just a little bit, the technical requirements, 13 by 19 or 19 by 13 at 250 DPI with a half-inch border, a minimum of 3 shapes creating the background layer, a minimum of 5 shapes creating the foreground layer, use of opacity and blend modes with the shapes you're making, use of the line tool and the curvature tool. The curvature tool is like the bendy line tool, and 2 lines of text, and 1 layer of texture that affects the entire poster. And that's just something fun I'd like you to try because you can get this kind of vintage looking poster. And the hopes of this assignment is that we're, again, like getting more familiar in Illustrator, but also we're kind of putting together the first 3 weeks into uh, something kind of more tangible and kind of academically, historically based. So a couple of examples I have here. Oh, and one thing I say about the text, there will be 2 lines of text that can be up to you. One line should be a short statement title. I kind of just as fun, like said, like this is now, or you could even use like a short lyric from a song that could be kind of cool. And then 1 line of text that's going to be like a date. The thing about the text is I'd like the text to flow within the design in a way that doesn't overpower the overall composition. And I give some examples kind of down here. These are from Paul Rand. He was a like a Bauhaus modernist designer, and he pushed this idea of text kind of working within the design. And here these are kind of straightforward, but that's kind of what I'm looking for. And again, we're going to be using like the bendy line tool, so maybe it like creates a shape. That's kind of what I did. Down here, I have a couple examples. This is something I kind of threw together. This was my first try at creating a Bauhaus inspired poster. Um, and then here's my second. So this is like, I think a little bit better. All right. So again, we're gonna like have some fun with these and use color and all that kind of stuff. Oh, the other thing is, as you're doing these, you are gonna do 3 versions, uh, and that should be fun actually. Okay, let's look at. I just want to show you because like here's my designs down here, and this one I think is probably the better one. And if you look close, you can see the texture in there. Okay, so my inspiration for I guess the second one was this here, and it's like really loose. Okay, so I just grabbed a JPEG from online. And again, when we're doing these, we're not trying to copy them, but we're looking at all these visual examples to kind of become inspired. And we're trying to, in some way, embody what they, like their thought process, which was great. It was like this the first time like there was an academic um, look at design. So it wasn't something that was just kind of being done by the typesetter or, the monks in the, making the Bibles. Here we have actual artists who were trying to create design problems using some kind of 2D visual concepts of space, composition, using scale, everything we've been doing the first few weeks. So, things we need to cover, just to go back. Um, yeah, um, from Illustrator, we're really going to look at, let me actually open up Illustrator here. We're going to look at basically, let me make this full screen. There we go. These are the main boards we're going to look at in Illustrator. We're going to look more at the properties, okay? We're going to use the Pathfinder tool, okay? And this is like combining shapes to make bigger ones. Um, Adding color, okay? We're going to use adding color from our swatches. And the cool thing about the swatches panel is if I go to the little library button on the bottom under art history, look what's down here, Russian poster art. So we're going to be using swatches from there, okay? This is great actually for us for this example because it has all these cool color schemes that we can just kind of draw from. And I ended up kind of mixing like 3 or 4 swatches. And the nice thing is you can add them right here. Again, we'll get to that. And we're going to look at layers more and the appearance panel, okay? This is how we get into actually changing the color, adding opacity, and layers we haven't really been dealing with so much. But for the layers, I do want you to build the background on one layer. I'm going to just pull it to the foreground. Okay, so I'm going to actually, and I have started locking some of these. So I'm going to turn some of these off. Okay, I do want you to build the background on a layer. All right, so that's your um, background. And then start building your foreground. That's my texture layer. And then I want you to incorporate your lines and then your text. So ultimately, like realistically, it should be 5 layers. Okay, so we're going to start off on the next tutorial building the background.